Let's all face it, we all want to make money. But before you can make money, you gotta know what quadrant you're in. So in this video, I'm gonna talk about what a cash flow quadrant is and what portion of the quadrant you're in. Coming up. What's up? My name's Young Lifestyle, aka Brandon. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here and you want to build your entrepreneurial knowledge, be sure to go and hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that bell notification so you don't miss anything. Now, as an entrepreneur or just a regular person, everybody's main focus is to make that moolah. But people fail to realize that everybody's in a different quadrant and your money making potential kinda reflects on what quadrant that you're in. Now, if I confuse you a little bit, let me explain this. So basically there's four parts to the quadrant. There's the employee, there's the self-employed, there's the business, and lastly, it's the investor. Now, ultimately, everybody is towards the left side. Now, employees get something called a paycheck, and basically is you're trading in your time for money. That's basically how an employee gets paid. So as an employee, there's no way out of those 24 hours of the day you can't make more than that for the day. Like there's no way, because there's only 24 hours within the day. Now the second one is self-employed. Now self-employed people, they tend to work for themselves. They might be, you know, a carpenter, plumber. They go out and they find the work and they basically go and do it and they earn their own money. Just like the employee, they basically get paid a certain rate or, you know, range for their services. So they basically have to trade in their work for, you know, the money, and they have to consistently be able to do the work to, you know, acquire more money. Now on the right side of the quadrant, we have the business owner. Now the business owner is somebody who has to manage and juggle a lot of different things. The business quadrant is probably the most fulfilling out of all quadrants because they do not exchange their time for, you know, a wage. They don't have to be putting in as much work as the left quadrant because they do have people working for them. So they do still have that influx of money coming in without them having to, you know, put in their blood, sweat, and tears to make the money. Now investors, they basically invest their money into real estate or stocks, and they hope that they will get their money back with some. Now why do these quadrants matter? Why do they matter? Basically, as an employee, your chances of becoming a millionaire go down to the ground. Not to say that employees cannot make more than $1 million. It's possible, but you have to be an employee that's in a high position in that company, and you have to be raking in a high salary. It's not impossible for self-employed people to make large sums of money, but just like the employee, you do have to put large amounts of time into your day to acquire that money, and you're basically still trading in that time for the money. Now you can't really get mad at people for being on the left side because ultimately it's not their fault. Mentally, people aren't trained to be on the right side, and I'm gonna tell you, I blame school. I definitely blame school. School doesn't teach us to be entrepreneurs and business owners and investors. It teaches us to be employees. Basically, that's it. And we get so caught up in the employee mentality that we don't really try to focus on making businesses or, you know, investing in stuff. We're more focused on, you know, getting a college degree and stuff like that. Not to knock it, not to say that that's a bad thing, but ultimately we're focused on being employees. And the second thing is a lot of people focus more on stability, and that's not a bad thing. Some people aren't cut out to be business owners and investors. It takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of patience. Things aren't gonna go your way. But as an employee, you tend to have a steady schedule, you have an influx of steady work coming in, and you know you're gonna get that guaranteed paycheck based on the hours that you work. For some people, that's more appetizing, that's more appealing to them, and that's what they want to do. Ultimately though, if you want to be an entrepreneur or you want to be someone who makes large amounts of money, you want to make more than 150K or so, if that's your goal, you want to be on that right side of that quadrant, because when you get to that right side, more opportunities open up for you to acquire that $1 million. For all the employees and self-employed people out there, ain't knocking your hustle, just saying that It's not impossible to make large sums of money, but on the left side of that quadrant, it does become a lot more difficult for you to make money. But on the right side, it's a struggle to get there, but once you do, it's fulfilling. I would love to know what side of the quadrant you're on. Be sure to go and leave that in the comments section below. If you want to build your entrepreneurial knowledge, be sure to go and hit that subscribe button for me. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.